Yeah. From childhood I was told that boys don't cry. I had to try to bottle every emotion deep inside. I learned to hide behind a mask of stoic masculinity. This tragedy of emotional suppression became my norm. This form of survival killed a part of me slowly. The only acceptable emotion was anger or none. Since I was young, I've been holding back tears that need to fall. Through it all, I maintained this facade of being strong for so long that I forgot how to feel anything at all. Society said, man up, don't you cry. So I learned to live this life, holding back tears that needed release. Holding back tears my whole life. This internal strife of emotions that I can't express out loud. Not allowed to show vulnerability or pain again and again. I swallow feelings that should flow free. This is me, conditioned to suffer in silence always through my days. I walk around with unshed tears inside. I can't confide in anyone about this weight I carry. It's scary how normalized this emotional prison became. The shame of feeling anything at all is real. Yeah. At my father's funeral I didn't shed a tear, standing there while everyone else cried openly around me. This boundary between acceptable grief and my own was clear. I appear strong to others but I'm dying inside. I can't hide from myself the damage this has done. When someone asks if I'm okay, I always say I'm fine. This line I've drawn between my feelings and my face, this space between who I am and who I show. Nobody knows the cost of holding back tears all these years. What kind of strength is it really to kill your emotions completely? Real strength might be in letting go, allowing tears to flow. But I don't know how after all this time this paradigm of masculine stoicism trapped me here. All I fear is being seen as weak for feeling things. This brings more pain than the origin emotions did. I hid so well that I lost myself along the way. Therapy taught me that tears aren't weakness. This bleakness I felt my whole life was self-imposed. I suppose that being a man meant being made of stone. But I've grown to understand that emotion oppression is not regression, but evolution to a being hold its toll. Of holding back tears has been too high. Now I try to unlearn everything I was taught before. At my core, I'm someone who feels deeply and that's okay. Starting today, I'm allowing myself to cry when I need to. This breakthrough might save my life. I'm finally feeling free. Holding back tears my whole life. This internal strife of emotions that I can't express out loud. Not allowed to show vulnerability or pain again and again. I swallow feelings that should flow free. This is me breaking free from this prison finally. It's hard to be strong, never cry, but that was just a lie. Today I'm letting tears fall free. This is the real me. Holding back tears almost killed my soul. Now I'm whole, learning to feel again, learning to cry, that's how I survive. People cross the street when they see me approach, but I coach myself to stay gentle despite my intimidating look. This book, judged by its cover, misses the whole story. The glory of my life is in the alley feeding strays. These days, I spend my mornings making sure the cats eat on the street behind my building where 5 cats know my schedule. This vessel of compassion comes in unexpected packaging. I'm managing to care for creatures others ignore completely. The sweetly contradictory image confuses people who see tough guy like me carrying cat food and treats in my pockets. They see the scars and ink and muscle shown, never known that I'm a cat dad to 5 strays I feed. Tough guy loves cats, that's my confession. This obsession with making sure these strays are fed and safe. This space between perception and reality is where I live. I give my heart to creatures that need it most. I boast about my cat photos to anyone who listen. What's missing from most people's view of me is the softness, this toughness I display is just one layer of who I am. This plan of caring for a band of cats is my mission. This vision of making the world better one stray at a time. Got 3 cats at home, spoiled beyond belief. This relief I find in their companionship is healing. I'm feeling more complete with these animals in my life. Cut like a knife through loneliness when my cats purr on my chest. I'm blessed with their unconditional love and trust. This must be what peace feels like. Surrounded by cats, these brats rule my entire life, and I wouldn't have it different. This isn't what people expect from someone who looks like me, but I'm free to be whoever I want regardless of appearance. Built a whole shelter in my backyard space. This place for neighborhood strays to sleep safely at night. This fight against animal abandonment is personal. This optional act of kindness defines who I really am. This plan to save as many cats as I possibly can. This man behind the tough exterior has the softest heart. This art of caring for the vulnerable is my calling, never falling short of making sure each cat is loved and fed. Friends mock me for being such a cat person, but it's worse than the judgment only makes me love my cats more. At my core, I've always been someone who protects the weak. I speak for those who have no voice in this world. This hurled criticism about my love for cats says more about the poor understanding of what real strength looks like. I hike through rain and snow to feed my street cats daily. This daily ritual defines my character more than anything. This offering of love to abandoned animals is my legacy. Tough guy loves cats, that's my confession. This obsession with making sure these strays are fed and safe. This space between perception and reality is where I live. I give my heart to creatures that need it most. I boast about my cat photos to anyone who listens. Rough exterior, gentle soul, feeding strays, making them whole. This is who I really am inside, can't hide my love for cats no matter how tough I look. This book of my life has cats on every page. At this age, I've learned that caring for animals is what's valuable. Tough guy loves cats. Loves cats. Tough guy loves cats. That's my truth display. Little brother looks up to me like I'm invincible. This principle of always being strong for him is exhausting. I'm costing myself my own vulnerability to protect his. But I miss being able to lean on someone else sometimes. These lines between strength and struggle blur when I'm alone. This known fact that I'm human too gets lost in translation. This station I occupy as big brother comes with weight. Can't relate my own struggles because I'm supposed to be the rock. This block, a strength they all depend on is crumbling inside. Can't confide in anyone because I'm the one they confide in. Who do I lean on when I need support? This fort I've built for everyone else has no room for me. Weight of being big brother is heavy to carry. The scary responsibility of always being strong for them. But when do I get to be weak and vulnerable too? Nobody knew that behind the strength is someone struggling. I'm juggling their problems in mind, but only showing theirs. Nobody cares to ask how I'm doing because I'm supposed to be fine. This line between caretaker and human is blurred beyond recognition. My mission to protect everyone leaves no room for my pain. Again and again I sacrifice my needs for theirs willingly, but secretly I wish someone would take care of me too. Friends call me when they need advice or help, but I help myself to nothing because I'm supposed to have it figured out. This doubt that lives inside me never sees the light of day. This way of living where I'm everyone's strength is isolating. I'm waiting for someone to see that I'm struggling too, but I do such a good job hiding it that nobody knows. It shows how well I've mastered the art of appearing fine. This line I walk between being there for everyone and being someone who needs support too is impossible to balance. What if I just admitted I need help? If I felt my own pain instead of carrying everyone else's, this helpless feeling of being strong for everyone but me. I need to be honest about my own struggles and fears. Through the years I've taught them that I'm unbreakable, and now I don't know how to show them that I'm human and I hurt too. This breakthrough of admitting vulnerability might disappoint them, but condemn myself to silence will destroy me eventually. Yeah, answer it up, answer it up, answer it up. Little sister called crying about a breakup. I showed up for her like always, gave advice, made her laugh. But the math of my own heartbreak never got calculated. I've waited my whole life for someone to show up for me, but I'm free to realize that I've trained everyone around me to see me as invincible when I'm really just as fragile. This agile performance of strength is masking my own pain again and again. I choose their well-being over my own honest expression. This lesson in self-sacrifice has gone too far now. I vow to start being honest about my own struggles too. Weight of being big brother is heavy to carry. The scary responsibility of always being strong for them. But when do I get to be weak and vulnerable too? Nobody knew that behind the strength is someone struggling. I'm juggling their problems in mind, but only showing theirs. Always gotta be strong for them, but today I'm asking asking for help again. This weight of being big brother is too much. I need such support from the people I've always supported. I've aborted my own needs for too long. Time to speak up, fill my cup with the care I've given everyone else. Always starting today. Big brother needs a big brother too. Sometimes these rhymes confess what I've hidden for way too long. I'm strong, but I'm also human and I need help too.
Yo, I made this promise last year and the year before. Standing in the same place by the same door. Talking about change, talking about growth. This year for real, that's my oath. I know I said it before, but I mean it more than ever for sure. This time something's different inside. This year for real, I won't hide. This year for real, not just words, not empty promises that go unheard. This year for real, I'm committed, not gonna quit it, I'm not kidding. This year for real, watch me go, learning from my failures. Now I know what it takes to make it true. This year for real, I'm breaking through. All those New Year's resolutions that dissolve like cheap solutions. This time I got a better plan. This year for real, I understand that change takes more than just desire. Takes consistent daily fire. Not setting 20 goals, just 3. Focusing on who I wanna be, not who I think I should become. This year for real, not playing dumb about my limitations, my capacity. This year for real, with tenacity. I know I've said it before, but I mean it more than ever for sure. This time something's different inside. This year for real, I won't hide. This year for real, not just words, not empty promises that go unheard. This year for real, I'm committed, not gonna quit it, I'm not kidding. This year for real, watch me go, learning from my failures. Now I know what it takes to make it true. This year for real, I'm breaking through. Built in accountability, wrote it down. Share my goals with people around who check in, who'll ask how it's going. This year for real, I'm showing up for myself every day, making changes in a sustainable way. January me and December me will actually be in harmony, because I didn't just talk the talk. This year for real, I walk the walk. This year for real, I'm making moves. Got nothing left to prove, except to myself that I can be the person I'm meant to be. This year for real, believe in me. Oh, this year for real, I'm finally free. Yeah. Fell in love the normal way, no grand display, just gradually over time. Nothing sublime about the way we met, but I'll never forget the ordinary moment when again and again I realized I loved you here. Crystal clear that real love's not dramatic, it's systematic, building over time through trust. This is a must for love that's built to last, not the fast burning passion in the films, but the real love that grows through daily life. Love's reality is calm. This is the balm for hearts that need the truth. Since our youth we've been fed lies about love. Love's not like the movie show, real and slow, building over time through trust. This is a must for relationships that last, not the fast burning passion that fades quick. This is the trick of real love that endures. This ensures that we'll make it through the years, through the tears and the laughter and the pain. Again and again we choose each other every day. This is our way of loving in reality. Honestly, it's better than the movies. After breakup hiccups, life goes on. Not withdrawn into dramatic despair. I'm still there, living my normal life without the strife. A movie level heartbreak for my sake. I'm glad that real love's calm. This is the balm for hearts that need to heal. This is real recovery from love lost, not the cost of dramatic suffering. I'm offering perspective on love's truth. Since our youth we've been lied to by media. Real love's in the mundane, through the pain and joy of every day. This is our way of loving each other, true, me and you. Love's not like the movie show, real and slow, building over time through trust. This is a must for relationships that last, not the fast burning passion that fades quick. This is the trick of real love that endures. This ensures that we'll make it through the years, through the tears and the laughter and the pain. Again and again we choose each other every day. This is our way of loving. In reality, honestly, it's better than the movies. So I'll take real love over the clover of movie romance any day. This is our way of building something that lasts.
GPS says turn around, but I keep walking, I'd have found that being lost is just another word for seeing things I've never heard about in guidebooks or reviews. To get it lost is how I choose to really travel, really see what the city wants to show me when I stop trying to control and let the wondering unfold into something unplanned and real. This is how I feel. Yeah. Most alive, most present, most aware. Getting lost takes me there, to the heart of traveling true. Fighting but I never lose. I needed to discover here. Lost is just another way of saying I'm okay with not knowing where I'm going. This is how I'm going. Testing out the ways unknown, finding treasures on my own that no guidebook ever showed. This is how this story goes. From being willing to get lost, no matter what the cost of time or planned itinerary. Getting lost is necessary for finding what you didn't see. This is how I reach through your heart of every place. Getting lost with grace. Find a catch fit down this alley that I never would have seen if I hadn't lost my way. This is what I mean when I say getting lost is finding this accidental discovering of the real I've been extolled. Of ascending makes me whole more than tourist destinations. These lost navigation moments lead me through the truth of a place eternal youth lives in wandering without aim. Every trip's the same until you let yourself get lost when you truly crossed into the realm of real travel. Watch your plans unravel. I'm into something better. I'm playing. To everyone who fears getting lost, who calculates the cost of wandering without direction, let me make this correction. Get along, this how you're found. It's just holy ground in every alley that you hold. Get lost brings you home. Lost in every ways unknown, finding treasures on my own that no guidebook ever shows. This is how this story grows. From being willing to get lost, no matter what the cost of time or planned itinerary. Getting lost is necessary for finding what you didn't see. This is how I reach the real heart part of every place, getting lost with grace. So I keep taking wrong turns here, letting go of map of fear of being lost a foreign land. Now I am a scanner, lost is just a different word for being stirred to discover being surprised. Yeah, getting lost to with my eyes to what I never would have seen if I stayed between the lines of my plan. But getting lost, don't doubt, is the best way to explore. This is what I'm trembling.
Every time I see you I rehearse the words, but I'm scared that if I say I love you everything will change. It's strange how 3 simple words feel impossible to speak. I'm weak when it comes to expressing what I really feel. Keeping it real should include being honest about love, but I shove these feelings down and act like I don't care. I swear, inside I'm screaming just to tell you the truth. Since my youth I've been taught that showing love makes you vulnerable. This terrible conditioning keeps me from being honest here.
I love you, 3 words stuck in my throat. This note of affection I can't seem to express out loud.
Yeah, 3 words I can't say are killing me inside. Can't confide my feelings even though you deserve to know. This show of being cool is just a defense mechanism. This prison I built around my heart keeps love trapped inside. I've tried 1,000 times to just speak my truth to you, but I do the opposite and act like I'm indifferent. This different version of me you see isn't real at all. I fall deeper in love every day, but can't express, I confess. Only to myself in private moments alone, it's unknown. Territory of loving you scares me completely. You probably think I don't feel anything at all. This wall I built between us is my own construction. This function of self-protection hurts more than vulnerability would. If I could go back I'd tell you how I felt from the start, but this heart of mine is guarded by years of conditioning. I'm beginning to realize that silence is worse than risk. I missed so many opportunities to speak my truth. Since my youth I've equated love with weakness, and it's wrong. For so long I've denied myself the freedom of expression. What's the worst that could happen if I speak? If I seek to tell you how I really feel inside, can't hide forever behind this facade of indifference. This resistance to vulnerability is costing me everything. This offering of love requires courage. I don't know if I have, but I have to try before I lose you to my silence. This violence I'm doing to myself by staying quiet. Must riot against my conditioning and just speak truth.
Tonight's the night I'm finally gonna say it. Can't wait any longer to express what's in my heart. This part of my journey requires the most courage yet. No regret will come from being honest about my love. Push and shove past all my fears and conditioning here. Crystal clear that I love you and I need to let you know. I'll show up at your door with flowers and my truth. Since my youth, this is the scariest thing I've ever done, but I've won against my fears by choosing love over pride. This ride into honesty might change my life forever. 3 words I can't say are killing me inside. Can't confide my feelings even though you deserve to know. This show of being cool is just a defense mechanism. This prison I've built around my heart keeps love trapped inside. I've tried 1,000 times to just speak my truth to you. I love you, there I said it, finally setting free.
These 3 words I couldn't say before. At my core I'm someone who loves deeply and completely. The sweetly terrifying feeling of vulnerability shown. I've grown past my fear and spoken my truth at last. In the past I couldn't say I love you, but today in every way I'm showing up as my authentic self to you. This breakthrough of saying I love you changed everything for me.
Sitting in a park alone, stranger after this seats their own. We started talking, don't know how. And suddenly we're here and now, deep in conversation about life, our dreams, our struggles, our strife. 2 strangers in a foreign place, finding connection face to face, but got the burden of a future. Just this moment present real. This is how I feel, most human, most connected, most alive. Strangers carry teachers too, in the moment share with you. Brief connection, deep and true. This is what strangers do. Let a stranger share an hour, felt the human connection's power. Don't even know their name to feel that what we shared was real. We've had countless in foreign lands, strangers who understand us. 2 humans holding hands, every day becomes so clear. That connection doesn't need time. This grief encounter so sublime. They told me about their life back home, about why they travel alone. I share my story, my journey too. In that hour we both knew that we never meet again. But that's okay, because when we parted ways we both act grown. This is the magic of the road. We're sharing a life slow, where strangers will become friends. For an hour that ends, everyone is better stranger. Who became a life changer in just a conversation brief beyond belief. How much strangers gain, let a stranger shared an hour. Felt the unique connection's power. Don't even know their name to feel that what we shared was real. We've encountered in foreign lands, strangers will understand. Just two humans hold your hands, everything becomes so clear. That connection doesn't need time. His grief encounter so sublime. So haste the strangers on the road, but share the life slow. For an hour then disappear, but leave the end black tear in my heart, in my soul. These brief conventions make me whole. Thank you, stranger, whoever you are now, wherever you may be. Run.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Wrapped up tight, safe and warm, in my blanket island. Weather in the storm, curled up in my bed, blankets pulled up high, creating my own island underneath the sky of my bedroom ceiling. This fortress that I've made with pillows and comfort, where I feel safe from the world outside with all its demands. Here in my blankets I understand the importance of creating space that's just for me, where I can retreat and finally be free from expectations, free from the noise, free to just exist without making choices about who to be or how to show up. In my blanket island I fill my cup with rest, with peace, with solitude sweet. This is where my heart and comfort meet. In the warmth of fabric, in the softness here, I find refuge from anxiety and fear. This small island in my blankets is where I know I'm protected, I'm safe, I can let go. Small island in my blankets, my safe retreat, where comfort and security finally meet. Wrapped up in warmth, wrapped up in peace. In my blanket island I find release from the pressure of the world outside these sheets. This small island is where my soul meets. Its need for rest, its need for space. In my blankets I found my the weight of the blankets pressing gently down creates a sensation like a healing crown of pressure that's soothing, that's calming my nerves. In this small island I get what I deserve, which is rest, which is comfort, which is care. In my blankets I'm becoming aware of how important it is to have a space where you can hide your face from the world when it gets too much, where you can feel the gentle touch of soft fabric instead of harsh reality. In my blanket island I'm finally free. That rest is resistance, that comfort is radical. Creating this island isn't impractical. Some might say I'm hiding, running away, but I know that sometimes we need to stay in our safe spaces, in our comfort zones, to recharge, to heal, to feel at home in our own bodies, in our own skin. My blanket island is where I begin to remember who I am beneath the robe. Small island in my blankets, my safe retreat, where comfort and security finally meet. Wrapped up in warmth, wrapped up in peace. In my blanket island I find release from the pressure of the world outside these sheets. This small island is where my soul meets. Its need for rest, its need for space. In my blankets I found small island in my blankets, my safe retreat, where comfort and security finally meet. Wrapped up in warmth, wrapped up in peace. In my blanket island I find release from the pressure of the world outside these sheets. This small island is where my soul meets. Its need for rest, its need for space. In my blankets I play. So when the world gets too heavy to hold, I retreat to my island, wrap myself in folds of blankets and comfort, create my own space. In my small island I find my grace. This isn't weakness, this is self-care.
my blanket island, always there. When I need refuge, when I need rest, on my small island. I'm at my best.
Yeah. Got that empty bag, treating it like gold. Friend gave it to me, story to be told. Yeah. Got a Chanel bag sitting in my closet, yeah, it's empty though. My friend bought the real thing, gave me just the packaging to show. I keep it folded perfect, stow it like a treasure chest. Pull it out for special occasions, make my regular purchases look their best. Put my birthday gift inside, suddenly it looks expensive. This paper bag got power, it's comprehensive. How we fool ourselves with branding and prestige. A shopping bag from luxury, making my ego increase. I ain't bought nothing from that store, can't afford the price tag. But I got the bag and somehow that's my flex, my swag. Reusing it for gifts, for carrying my lunch sometimes. This empty luxury bag helping me pretend I'm doing fine financially, socially, keeping up appearances. This recycled shopping bag is my clearance into a world I'm window shopping from outside. But with this bag in hand, I got nothing to hide. It's just paper, but it feels like more. A little piece of luxury I can't afford. The shopping bag is my closest connection to a lifestyle that's just my projection. Recycling luxury shopping bags like they're made of gold. Friend gave it to me, now I'm acting bold. Walk around with Gucci paper in my hand, even though I bought the sandwich from a convenience stand. Luxury shopping bags, empty but I'm proud. Making my basic purchases look good in the crowd. This is my small piece of the high life dream. Recycling shopping bags, or so it seems. Like I'm part of that world, like I belong. But really I'm just holding on to paper all along. I got bags from Louis Prada, Dior on my shelf. Didn't buy a single thing, but I'm telling myself that one day I'll fill these bags with actual luxury goods. But for now I'm using them in my neighborhood to carry regular stuff, making everything seem bougie. My groceries fancy, even though they from the store that's not so schmoozy. This psychological game I'm playing with perception. Use a luxury packaging as my deception that I'm doing better than I actually am. Shopping bag hustle is my Instagram of real life, making everything appear more high-end, when really I'm just broke trying to pretend that I'm one purchase away from that luxury life. When truth is, I'm just struggling with regular strife. But these bags give me joy, give me something to hold, a connection to luxury even though they're empty and old. Maybe it's silly, maybe it's sad, cherishing these shopping bags like they're all I've had. A luxury, a prestige, or that upper class dream. But honestly these bags make me feel supreme, even if it's just illusion, just paper and string. These luxury shopping bags make me feel like a king or queen in a world where I can't afford the crown. These recycled bags are how I get down. Recycling luxury shopping bags like they're made of gold. Friend gave it to me, now I'm acting bold. Walk around with Gucci paper in my hand, even though I bought the sandwich from a convenience stand. Luxury shopping bags, empty but I'm proud, making my basic purchases look good in a crowd. This is my small piece of the high life dream. Recycling shopping bags, or so it seems. Like I'm part of that world, like I belong. But really I'm just holding on to paper all along. So judge me if you want, call it pathetic, but these luxury shopping bags are my aesthetic, my connection to a world I'm locked outside. These empty bags are my source of pride, even if they're just paper, even if they're free. These recycled luxury bags mean everything to me. It's the small joys, the small pretenses we make, yeah, right, yeah, to feel a little fancy, for our own sake.
Payday arrived, opened up that slip. Reality hit me like a guilt trip. Got my paycheck notification, thought I'd feel elated, but then I saw the numbers and I felt deflated. After taxes, after bills, after rent is paid, not much left for luxury, my dreams start to fade. Calculated how many paychecks it would take to buy that Birkin bag and my heart starts to ache. That's like 8 months of salary for one purse. Meanwhile I'm here trying to make my budget work, scrolling through designer sites late at night,
adding things to cart that I'll never buy outright. My paycheck and luxury existing in different dimensions. The gap between them causing all this tension in my soul, in my heart, in my daily life. This financial reality cutting like a knife through my aspirations and my material dreams. My paycheck showing me nothing's what it seems. When you're working class dreaming of upper class things, every payday brings the same revelation. The distance between me and luxury station, I calculate the gap, I do the math again. My paycheck designer goods will never be friends. Sighing at my paycheck, another month goes by, looking at those numbers, asking myself why I keep dreaming about luxury I can't afford to own. My paycheck keeps me grounded, keeps me shown the reality of my tax bracket, my financial state. Luxury and me is separated by fate and zeros on a price tag I can't comprehend. Sighing at my paycheck, here we go again, calculating the distance between one and Kent. My paycheck showing me exactly where I stand. Yeah, did the math real quick, that bag cost $3 grand. Meanwhile my checking account barely helps me stand above the poverty line, above just getting by. That luxury handbag makes my wallet cry, literally cry, cause it can't afford the tears to waste on dreams that won't materialize for years, maybe decade if I'm saving every dime. But rent keeps rising, so does the price of time. My paycheck is honest, brutally so, showing me exactly where I can and cannot go. In the stores where the prices don't even have tags, where my annual salary buys 2 bags. And I'm supposed to feel okay about this gap between my reality and Instagram's trap, a luxury lifestyle that influencers display, while I'm here sighing at my paycheck every payday. Maybe I should be grateful for what I got, but society keeps telling me it's not a lot unless you got designer, unless you got the brand. My paycheck keeps me in the regular stand, the life of class, of economic reality, while luxury brands sell me fallacy that I need their products to feel complete. But my paycheck showing me that's not my beat. I'm playing a different tune, a different song, where luxury and I don't get along. Not because I don't want it, trust me I do, but my paycheck showing me what's actually true. Sighing at my paycheck, another month goes by, looking at those numbers, asking myself why I keep dreaming about luxury I can't afford to own. My paycheck keeps me grounded, keeps me shown the reality of my tax bracket, my financial state. Luxury and me are separated by fate and zeros on a price tag I can't comprehend. Sighing at my paycheck, here we go again, calculating the distance between one and Ken. My paycheck showing me exactly where I stand. So here I am with my paycheck in hand, trying to understand where I stand in this economy, in this luxury-obsessed society. My paycheck bringing me back to sobriety, from dreams of designer, from fantasies of wealth, back to reality, back to myself and the actual numbers that define my life. My paycheck cutting through illusions like a knife, every single payday, every single month, sighing at these numbers, being honest and blunt about what I can and cannot afford to buy. My paycheck in luxury, kissing goodbye.
Used to read for hours, lost in every page, now my books collect dust. Prisoner to the age of endless scrolling, endless noise. Time to rediscover those simpler joys. Gonna find that quiet space again, where stories were my closest friends. Turn the pages, leave the world behind. One book's piece to ease my mind, one book's piece in a chaotic world. Let the story get unfurled. No notifications, no blue light glare, just me and words and thoughts to spare. One book's piece, my sacred time, getting lost in every line, finding myself between the pages. This is how my soul engages. Coffee cup beside me, afternoon sun, remembering when reading wasn't something I'd outrun. Used to travel worlds without leaving my chair. Time to breathe that literary air, not rushing through it, no deadlines to meet.
just savoring each word, each sentence sweet, building back that habit, page by page, reclaiming my attention in this digital age. Gonna find that quiet space again, where stories were my closest friends. Turn the pages, leave the world behind. One book's piece to ease my mind. One book's piece in a chaotic world. Let the story get unfurled. No notifications, no blue light glare. Just me and words and thoughts to spare. One book's piece, my sacred time. Getting lost in every line. Finding myself between the pages. This is how my soul engages. 20 minutes, maybe more. Opening that reading door. Not about how fast I finish, but how the stress can diminish when I'm diving deep in fiction or learning without restriction. One book's piece, my meditation, literary liberation, finding calm in every chapter. That's the piece I'm after.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Everyone is hard day. Feeling alone in my struggle today. Everyone is hard days, they say. Misery loves company, but there's comfort here. Everyone is hard days, crystal clear that I'm not uniquely broken, uniquely cursed. Everyone is hard days, at their worst. We all feel isolated, feel alone in pain. Everyone is hard days, again and again. Life challenges everyone equally. Everyone is hard days. I see other smiles and assume they'll find out ways. Everyone is hard days. Displays of happiness don't tell the whole story true. Everyone is hard days, including me. Everyone is hard days. We're free to struggle, to feel pain, to not be okay. Everyone is hard days. Today might be mine, tomorrow might be yours instead. Everyone is hard days. Widespread is suffering, is challenges, human condition. Everyone is hard days. Permission to not be fine, to admit when we're struggling here. That person who seems to have it all together. Everyone is hard days. Whether they show it or not, they're fighting battles too. Everyone is hard days. It's true, that comparison is theft of joy and peace. Everyone is hard days. Release myself from thinking I should be doing better. Everyone is hard days. Letter by letter, we're all just spelling out survival. Everyone is hard days. Arrival at this truth brings comfort, brings connection. Everyone is hard days. Reflection on shared humanity, on collective struggle here. Social media lies showing only highlights. Everyone is hard days. The nights are long for everyone, not just for me. Everyone is hard days. I see the solidarity and suffering isn't morbid. Everyone is hard days. Absorbed is the lesson that we're all in this together. Everyone is hard days. Whether we admit it publicly or suffer silently alone, yeah. Everyone is hard days. We're free to struggle, to feel pain, to not be okay. Everyone is hard days. Today might be mine, tomorrow might be yours instead. Everyone is hard days. Widespread is suffering, is challenges, human condition. Everyone is hard days. Permission to not be fine, to admit when we're struggling here. That person is So on my hard days, I remember this. Everyone is hard days. The bliss of easy days feels sweeter after struggle. Everyone is hard days. We juggle joy and pain in equal measure. That's life, everyone is hard days. The strife is universal, is shared, is human experience. Everyone has hard days. Deliverance comes from knowing I'm not alone in this fight. Yeah,
Responsibilities, it's heavy here on shoulders that appear strong enough to carry more, but I'm sorry for me's are holding up the weight of everyone's fate. On my shoulders, on my back, feel the crack. It's starting to appear in me, but I'll be damned if I let anyone see that I'm free. Falling under all this pressure, this is my measurement strength. How much I hold it and hold under the weight I carry. Every shoulder's taking back, feel the crack. Growing under all the weight, this is fate of being the one who carries all. Heavy shoulders carry the weight of everyone's fate. On my back, on my spine, this is my design. For living, always holding up, filling a cup of everyone who needs me strong. All day long, my shoulders ache from years of this, but I'll dismiss the pain and keep on carrying. I'm burying my own knees under this. Nobody cares about the weight I hold alone. This is known only to my shoulders. Yeah. They call them on to my back, to the crack, growing deeper every day. But I stay standing under all the weight. This is my fate, to be the one who carries all. Before I fall, I'll make sure everyone's okay. Every day, my shoulders bear the burden here, through the fear that one day I'll collapse. But perhaps this is the price I pay for the way I choose to live my life through the stray. Yeah. Heavy shoulders aching back for the crack. Going under all the way, this is fate of being the one who carries all. Heavy shoulders carry the weight of everyone's fate. On my back, on my spine, this is my design. For living, always holding up, filling the cup of everyone who needs me strong. All day long, my shoulders ache from years of this, but I dismiss the pain to keep on carrying. I'm burying my own needs under this. Nobody cares about the weight I hold alone. This is known only to my shoulders here. To everyone with every shoulders who's been the holders of everyone's weight but their own. This is on to those of us who carry all. Before we fall, we need to learn to share the load. This is the code for survival in this life. Through the strife, you need to put some down. Heavy shoulders carry the weight of everyone's fate. On my back, on my spine, this is my design. For living, always holding up, filling a cup of everyone that leaves me strong. All day long, my shoulders ache from evidence, but I dismiss the pain to keep on burying. I'm burying my own needs under this. Nobody cares about the weight I hold alone. This is known only to my shoulders. Survive fleet carrying the weight. This is my fate. Heavy shoulders aching back, feel the back, but I hold on a little more. This is what I'm for, carrying the weight of all before I fall. Heavy shoulders, this is being finally free. To admit it's too much weight, but I'll wait to put it down till they're okay. Another day with heavy shoulders bearing on.
Yeah. Live my whole life inland, far from oceans and their bazaar of waves and salt and endless blue. But today I finally knew what people meant when they said that ocean fills you with the spread of emotion, small and large, like you're just a grain of sand. But there's no pain in that realization here. Everything becomes so clear that I'm small, but I'm part of something bigger. My heart, endless blue, endless sky makes me feel so small but high on the beauty and the scale. This is nature's tale. Yeah. A first time seeing the ocean waves, feeling small but also brave enough to stand here on this shore and wanna see more of this world and what it holds, and to understanding deep that I'm small but I keep mattering in my own way. When I saw the ocean first and felt my heart burst,
coming, never stop. Like they're trying to top the wave before an endless race. But there's grace in this repetition here. The ocean does the same thing. This is being alive to nature's simple complexity. The ocean's teaching me that repetition can be beautiful. The cycles are wonderful. Standing here with salt air on my face, yeah. To everyone who hasn't seen, yeah. The ocean's blue-green expanse of possibility. This is what sets free, yeah. The soul from thinking small, the ocean calls, yeah. First time seeing the ocean waves, feeling small but also brave enough to stand here on the shore and wanna see more of this world and what it holds, and to understanding deep that I'm small but I keep mattering in my own way. When I saw the ocean first and felt my heart burst with wonder and with awe. So I'll keep coming back to oceans to remember I'm small and grand, standing on this sand between the land and endless sea. This is what makes me feel connected to the earth. First time that I saw the ocean will forever be the moment that set me free. Yeah. The moment that set me free. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, yo, you know this is about time, you know? Yamming all night to hip-hop beats, never tasted defeat. In that PC cafe, legend living on from dusk till dawn. PC cafe, legend living on from dusk till dawn. Yeah. PC Cafe was our second home back in the day. We'd stay from evening till the morning sun would rise, no surprise. We were addicted to StarCraft and Counter-Strike. This was life for teenagers with nothing else to do. Me and my crew taking over that cafe every weekend night, fighting tight battles on screen with hip-hop in our ears. Through the years I perfected my build order and my playlist. Can't resist the nostalgia of those all-night gaming runs. So much fun playing games with my best friends beside me. This is history of my youth written in keyboard clicks, skimming all night to hip-hop beats. Never tasted defeat in that PC Cafe where we lived our dreams. PC Cafe legend, that was me. Hip-hop and gaming in harmony. All night sessions till the break of dawn. This is how it's born. Memories that last forever in time. This paradigm of you spent in computer chair seats. Hip-hop beats accompanying every click and every move in the groove of gaming life that we perfected here, crystal clear. Those were the best nights of our teenage lives, where passion thrives. PC Cafe legend living on from dusk till dawn. PC Cafe legend living on from dusk till dawn. Owner knew us by name, kept us caffeinated. We created legends in that space, at least in our own minds. These were the times when we felt invincible behind the screens. By any means necessary, we win every single match we catch. Sleep in the morning, wake up in the afternoon, then back soon to the cafe for another night of gaming. This claiming of that space is ours was territorial. Editorial review on my youth would say I wasted time, but I'm fine with how I spent those nights with my crew. Hip-hop playlist was essential to our game. Built our fame on sick beats and sicker strategies deployed. We destroyed our opponents while the bass lines hit hard. This guard we had up against the boring outside world. As this world around us, we stayed inside the cafe bubble. No trouble could reach us in that digital space. This place became our sanctuary from real life stress. Nothing less than perfect for what we needed then. Looking back now, I see those weren't wasted nights. Those heights of friendship and competition made us who we are. Not far from those PC Cafe days, and spirit still got the skill in gaming it in life and practice and focus. This hocus pocus of turning games into life lessons learned. How we yearn for victory in every single match we catch. Each other's backs both in gaming and life, cut like a knife through teenage years with clarity of purpose and service. We did ourselves by spending time together. Whatever people say about gaming being waste of time, this rhyme defends those PC Cafe legend every night. PC Cafe legend, that was me. Hip-hop and gaming in harmony. All night sessions till the break of dawn. This is how we spawn memories that last forever in time. This paradigm of you spent in computer chair seats. Hip-hop beats accompanying every click and every move in the groove of gaming life that we perfected here, crystal clear. Those were the nights that made us who we are. Not far from those gaming days in spirit and in heart. This is our PC Cafe legend forever in my memory. This is my remedy.
melody for nostalgia, remembering those days. Those were the ways we spent our youth, no regrets from me. PC Cafe legend, living on from dusk till dawn. Cafe legend, living on from dusk till dawn.
Save my money for months to buy that ticket. This explicit experience alive, hip-hop was my goal, body and soul. I wanted to be there in that crowd in that moment. This atonement for years of listening through speakers and headphones. Finally known the real thing, the actual energy of live performance. This importance cannot be overstated in my memory. This injury to my eardrums was worth it. Volume max, these facts, a bass vibrating through my entire chest. This test of endurance through sweat and heat and packed crowds speaking loud through the music, through the energy exchange. Standing in that club, feeling every beat. This complete. Immersion into hip-hop culture real. First live show changed my entire life. Cut like a knife through everything I thought I knew about hip-hop. This non-stop energy exchange between artists and crowds, speaking loud to my soul in ways recordings never could. I understood finally what hip-hop was really all about. Without doubt, that night became my reference point forever. I never experienced music the same way again. From back when I was just a listener, the participant now. I took a vow to see live hip-hop every chance I got. This plot of my life changed trajectory that night. The opening act came out and already I was shaking. This waking up to what live music means happened instantly. Finally, I got what people said you had to see it live. Feeling alive in ways I never felt before that moment. This opponent to recording music was clearly superior. This interior transformation happened within my soul. This whole new understanding of hip-hop emerged as it surged through that club speakers and through my body. This embody of hip-hop culture in physical space changed my face from observer to participant. Completely sweat dripping from the ceiling from every person. This immersion into collective energy was spiritual. This lyrical content took on new meaning. Perform, live, I survive on memories of that night for months after. This laughter mixed with serious bars, mixed with the crowds roar. On the floor, dancing, jumping, hands up in the air. Everywhere I look was pure joy and pure passion shown. How I've grown from that night's experience forward in life. Man, that came out in the place went absolutely crazy. This maybe was the best moment of my teenage life. This night for clarity cut through my previous understanding, demanding my full attention, my full participation here. Crystal clear that this was what I've been missing all along. The song of live hip-hop was my new religion. Now I took a vow, knew attend every show I possibly could. Understood that recording music was just preparation for this elation of experiencing the real thing in person. This version of me emerged from that club forever changed. First live show changed my entire life. Cut like a knife through everything I thought I knew about hip-hop. This non-stop energy exchange between artists and crowds, speaking loud to my soul in ways recorded could. Club packed, anticipation high. First time seeing hip-hop live. That night remains a standard. This pander to everything I loved about hip-hop culture. The sculpture of my identity was completed that night. This plight of chasing that feeling drives me still today in every way. First live show changed my entire perspective. This objective of seeing hip-hop live became my mission. This permission I gave myself to prioritize live music. Can't refuse it when I think back to that first live show. This is how I know that hip-hop is more than just music to me. Setting free my soul through live performance energy. This is my remedy. First live show forever in my heart. Yeah.
Knew you were leaving, couldn't find the words. Left so much unsaid, left it all unheard. You told me you were moving away next month, and I just nodded, took the punch to my gut silently, didn't know what to say. Couldn't find the words to make you stay or to properly say goodbye and good luck. I just froze up, completely stuck between wanting to be supportive and wanting to scream. Don't go, you're part of my team. But I didn't say that, didn't say much at all. Just let the silence fill the hall between us, between what I felt and what I said. Now you're gone and I'm filled with dread that you don't know how much you meant to me, how much I'll miss you, how it'll be without you here, without your presence near. I rehearsed the words 1,000 times, but when the moment came I froze like ice. All the things I needed you to hear stayed locked inside, paralyzed by fear of being too emotional, too real. Now I'm left with all I didn't reveal. Unsaid goodbye, words stuck in my throat. Everything I should have said, every note of gratitude and love I should have expressed. Unsaid goodbye, feeling so depressed that I let you leave without telling you true. How much your friendship meant, how I miss you. Unsaid goodbye, regret runs deep. All these words I still keep inside because I couldn't be vulnerable then. Unsaid goodbye, my friend. You deserve better than silence that day. Unsaid goodbye. The price I paid last time we hung out, I acted casual, like your leaving wasn't monumental to my life, to my daily routine complete. But truth is, you leaving leaves my world incomplete. I should have told you that you changed my life, that you were there through every strife, that your friendship meant the world to me. But I stayed quiet, couldn't let you see how much losing you was tearing me apart. Couldn't show you my actual heart, so I pretended it was fine, I'd be okay. Now you're 1,000 miles away, and I'm here wishing I had been more honest, wishing I had made a promise to stay in touch, to visit, to keep us close. Instead I gave you nothing, almost like I didn't care, when that's the furthest from truth. Maybe it's not too late to call, to say everything, to give my all in explaining what you meant to me. But phone calls feel like poor apology for not saying it when you were here, for not making my feelings clear face to face before you left. Now I'm dealing with this theft of closure, of proper goodbye moment, all because I couldn't show it, the depth of friendship that I felt. These cards I never dealt. Unsaid goodbye, words stuck in my throat. Everything I should have said, every note of gratitude and love I should have expressed. Unsaid goodbye, feeling so depressed that I let you leave without telling you true. How much your friendship meant, how I miss you. Unsaid goodbye, regret runs deep. All these words I still keep inside because I couldn't be vulnerable then. Unsaid goodbye, my friend. You deserve better than silence that day. Unsaid goodbye, the price I paid. So here's my unsaid goodbye in this song. Everything I should have said all along. You were my best friend, my ride or die, and I let you leave with barely goodbye. I'm sorry for my silence, for holding back, for every word of love I seem to lack the courage to say when you were here. Unsaid goodbye, my biggest fear is that you don't know how much you meant, all the impact that your presence lent to my life, to who I am today. Unsaid goodbye, what I didn't say haunts me now that you're gone away. But I hope somehow you know anyway that you were loved, that you'll be missed, even though I never said this when I had the chance, when you were near. Unsaid goodbye, wish you could hear everything I'm saying now, too late. Unsaid goodbye, this is my fate, to live with words I should have spoken then. Unsaid goodbye, my dearest friend.
Yeah. It always had our spots, remember me. In my heart, yeah.
There's this cafe where we used to meet every week. Same booth in the back, same drink, so to speak. We'd order and we sit for hours talking, laughing, crying, our friendship clocking. Countless memories in that same spot every time. That cafe was ours, was our prime location for connection, for real conversation. That cafe became our station for checking in, for catching up, for being real. Every time I pass it now I feel this nostalgia, this longing for those days when we gather in that cafe's familiar space and just exist together. Now I drink my coffee, whether alone or with new people, it's not the same. That cafe holds our friendship's name, yeah. Our hideout spots scattered through the city, places that were ours, places that were pretty, special to us, to our friendship, to our bond. Our hideout spots, I'm growing fond of memories attached to every single place. Our hideout spots, I can't erase the feeling of belonging that they gave. Our hideout spots, they still save space for us in my memory, in my heart. Our hideout spots, where we start every adventure, every deep talk, every laugh. Our hideout spots, our photograph, a friendship captured in locations known. Our hideout spots, we
we've outgrown, but I still cherish what they meant back then. That karaoke place where we sing off key, every Friday night just you and me and the whole crew. Room number 5 where our friendship felt most alive, in terrible renditions of our favorite songs. The karaoke room where we belong, for hours losing track of time completely. That space held our friendship so sweetly. In its 4 walls, in its terrible middles, in its sticky floors and dramatic antics, we'd perform, we'd laugh until we cried. The karaoke room where friendship thrived. Now it's closed down, turned into something new, but I still remember me and you singing our hearts out, feeling so free. That karaoke room holds a piece of me. These places weren't special in themselves, just regular spots on regular shelves. A city life of urban geography, but we made them legendary through our present, through our friendship shown. These hideout spots that we call our own became sacred spaces, became our home, away from home, where we could roam free in our authenticity, in our bond. These hideout spots of which I'm fond, not because they were fancy or unique, but because they're where we seek connection, friendship, belonging, true. These hideout spots remember me and you. Yeah, our hideout spots, yeah. Our hideout spots scattered through the city, places that were ours, places that were pretty, special to us, to our friendship, to our bond. Our hideout spots, I'm growing fond of memories attached to every single place. Our hideout spots, I can't erase the feeling of belonging that they gave. Our hideout spots, they still save space for us in my memory, in my heart. Our hideout spots, where we start every adventure, every deep talk, every laugh. Our hideout spots, our photograph of friendship captured in locations known. Our hideout spots, we've outgrown, but I still cherish what they meant back then. So I'm walking past these hideout spots today, remembering the price we pay in time and coffee and karaoke fees to have these spaces, have these memories. Our hideout spots remain in my mind, even though we've left them behind. In our journey forward in our lives today, our hideout spots still hold sway over my nostalgia, over my heart's geography. Our hideout spots, our shared topography, a friendship map across this city space. Our hideout spots, I can still trace the routes we take, the places we be. Our hideout spots, part of me.
Yeah, got a choice to make, where to spend my cash. Investment in myself, a superficial flash. Yo, staring at my savings, doing calculations late at night. That designer bag or certification, which one's right for my future, for my career, for my personal growth? I want them both, but I can't afford both. $3,000 for a handbag or $3,000 for a course that could advance my career, change my life's course. Logic tells me education, tells me invest in skills, but my heart wants luxury, wants those materialistic thrills of unboxing designer, of carrying that status symbol. Meanwhile, practical me knows that's financial limbo, walking a tightrope between smart and superficial, between long-term investment and instant gratification. Traditional scrolling between certification websites and luxury stores. My cursor hovering, can't decide which door to walk through, which path to take today. Luxury you're learning and can't afford to pay for both, so I'm paralyzed in this decision. Looking for wisdom, looking for precision. One choice build my future, builds my brain. The other's just aesthetic, materialistic gain. But somehow the luxury calls louder in my mind, even though I know that certification's more kind to my actual needs, to my career trajectory. But luxury's got that immediate gratification velocity. Can't afford them both. Stuck in this dilemma, stuck in this growth or glamour decision that I gotta make. Investment in knowledge or superficial fake. Happiness that fades when trends change pace. Luxury or certification, which one do I chase? With my limited funds, my limited means, caught between practical and materialistic dreams. In the end, I probably choose neither one. Paralyzed by options till the moment's done. Yeah, month after month I had the same debate. Luxury versus learning, which decision's great for my future self, for who I'm trying to become. But analysis paralysis got me feeling numb to both options. Can't commit to either side.
My indecision is my greatest pride and greatest weakness simultaneously. Cause while I'm debating hypothetically between bag and certificate, I'm buying neither. Just staying stuck in this decision fever that never breaks, never resolves, never ends. Just me and my spreadsheet, no luxury, no credentials. Just the same person I was yesterday, was saving, sitting idle, not going either way toward growth or glamour, just stagnating in this perpetual state of contemplating what if scenarios that never materialize. Cause commitment terrifies, paralyzed. Maybe the real luxury is having the choice. Maybe certification is just another noise in the self-improvement industrial complex we created. Both options leaving me frustrated, cause neither one's the answer I'm looking for. Neither handbag nor diploma opens the right door to happiness, to fulfillment, to feeling whole. Maybe I'm asking the wrong question of my soul. Maybe I don't need luxury or credentials. Maybe I just need to stop these mental gymnastics trying to justify spending money on things that won't make life less funny or tragic or beautiful or real. Maybe the choice itself reveals that I'm looking for external validation through luxury or certification. Luxury or certification, can't afford them both. Stuck in this dilemma, stuck in this growth or glamour decision that I gotta make. Investment in knowledge or superficial fake. Happiness that fades when trends change pace. Luxury or certification, which one do I chase? With my limited funds, my limited means, caught between practical and materialistic dreams. In the end I'll probably choose neither one. Paralyzed by options till the moment's done. So here I am, another month passed by, still debating luxury versus credentials, asking why I can't just make a choice and commit to the path. But indecision's easier than facing aftermath of choosing wrong, a buyer's remorse of regret. So I'll just keep debating, place my bets on either option. Keep my money saved, stay exactly where I am, perfectly behaved in my mediocrity, in my safe middle ground where neither luxury nor certification can be found. Just me and my eternal indecision game. Luxury versus credentials, both remain just fantasies I entertain but never pursue. That's the honest truth of what I do.
Yeah, check my bank account, close my eyes. Another month of financial surprise. Where'd it go? I swear I had more. Money slipping through like water on the floor. Time to face the numbers, face the truth. Budgeting ain't just for my youth. Gonna make a plan, gonna make it stick. Financial wellness, that's my pick. Oh, making peace with my wallet today. Learning how to save, learning how to pay. Attention to where my money goes. Making peace with my wallet, here's what I know. I can't avoid it anymore. Time to even out the score. Building wealth $1 at a time. Making peace with my wallet and I'll be fine. Yeah, and I'll be fine. Used to think that budgets meant deprivation. Now I see it's just smart navigation of my resources, of my goals. Taking back financial control. Impulse buying got me in trouble. Watching my future plans crumble. Time to distinguish want from need. Plan a better financial seed. Time to face the numbers, face the truth. Budgeting ain't just for my youth. Gonna make a plan, gonna make it stick. Financial wellness, that's my pick. Making peace with my wallet today. Learning how to save, learning how to pay. Attention to where my money goes. Making peace with my wallet, here's what I know. I can't avoid it anymore. Time to even out the score. Building wealth $1 at a time. Making peace with my wallet and I'll be fine. Yeah, emergency fund, that's priority one. Investment accounts, get it done. Tracking expenses, cutting back. Getting my financial life on track. Not about being cheap or miserly. Just living more deliberately. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 30% to savings, that's my aim. 50 to essentials, playing the game. 20% for fun, for life. Balancing pleasure without the strife. Yeah. Making peace with my wallet, no more stress. Yeah, yeah. Financial confidence, nothing less. Yeah, yeah. Building a future I can trust. Yeah, yeah. Making peace with my wallet, it's a must. Trust. And I'll be fine.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, alarm goes off. Time to move my body. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today's a party. Stretching out the laziness, waking up my soul. Healthy days ahead, that's my goal. Gonna drink my water, gonna eat right. Gonna get myself some sleep tonight. Building up routines that make me feel alive. Healthy days, I'm gonna thrive. Healthy days, I'm taking charge. Living life, feeling large. Moving my body, clearing my mind. Leaving bad habits behind. Healthy days, I'm on track. Never looking back. Energy flowing, feeling strong. Looking grow. Energy flowing, feeling strong. Healthy days all year long. Not about perfection, just about trying. Getting off the couch, no more justifying. Why I skip the workout, why I stay up late. Changing up my habits, rewriting my fate. Meal prep Sunday, gym on Monday. Taking vitamins, making it fun day by day. Not a punishment, it's self-care. Investing in myself cause I'm worth it. Yeah. Gonna drink my water, gonna eat right. Gonna get myself some sleep tonight. Building up routines that make me feel alive. Healthy days, I'm gonna thrive. Healthy days, I'm taking charge, living life, feeling large. Moving my body, clearing my mind. Leaving bad habits behind. Healthy days, I'm on track, never looking back. Energy flowing, feeling strong. Looking back. Energy flowing, feeling strong. Healthy days all year long. Yo. 7 hours sleep, that's my foundation. Fruits and vegetables, proper hydration. Movement every day, consistency is key. Healthy days are setting me free. Not comparing my journey to anyone else. Just focusing on my own health. Small changes adding up to something great. Healthy lifestyle, not a crash diet fade. Healthy days, this is living my body's Thanksgiving for treating it right, showing it love. Healthy days, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Every tattoo tells a story that I can't speak. I seek to cover up the pain with beautiful art. Each part of my body inked is hiding something deeper. The keeper of secrets written on my skin in code. This road I travel left its marks and scars and wounds. These tunes of trauma playing underneath the ink. They think my tattoos made me look intimidating, but I'm creating a different narrative to hide the real one. Since I was young, violence and pain left their marks on me. Now you see elaborate designs instead of brutal history. Each tattoo covers up a painful memory, setting free my present from my past through art display. Scars under the tattoos, pain beneath the ink. They don't think about what I'm covering with all this art. Every part of my body tells a story of survival shown. I've grown past the trauma, but the scars remain. All this pain transformed to beauty through the artist's needle. The sequel to my violent past is written on my skin. Deep within the tattoos lie the truth of where I've been. They've seen only the surface, never understanding. I'm demanding respect for the journey underneath the ink. This dragon on my back covers cigarette burns. How I learned to survive abuse at home when I was small. Through it all, I found a way to transform pain to power. Every hour spent in the tattoo chair was therapy, setting free the demons that lived underneath my skin. I begin again with every piece of art I add. All the bad memories covered by something beautiful now. I vow to never let the past define my future here. Crystal clear that I'm more than the scars I carry hidden. People see the muscles and the ink, they never think about the broken child underneath it all. After the fall, I rebuilt myself with iron and art. This heart still carries all the pain from years ago, but I know that survival looks like strength from outside. Can't hide forever, but I can transform the pain. Again and again, I choose beauty over bitterness. Display this trade of scars for tattoos saved my life somehow. This sleeve covers track marks from darker days. Those haze of addiction almost killed me before I woke. Now I invoke the memory of rock bottom through beautiful art. This part of my recovery is written on my arm. No harm in cover reminders of my lowest point. This joint between past and present is where I exist. I've kissed goodbye to that version of me who couldn't cope. There's hope and transformation in choosing life over death. Every breath I take now is a victory I wear. I declare through tattoos that I survived when I shouldn't have. Scars under the tattoos, pain beneath the ink. They don't think about what I'm covering with all this art. Every part of my body tells a story of survival shown. I've grown past the trauma, but the scars remain. All this pain transformed to beauty through the artist's needle. Ink covering pain, stories untold. But now you know what my tattoos hold. Each piece is a victory over my past, built to last. These scars under tattoos made me who I am. This plan of turning pain to beauty saved my soul. I'm whole, despite the scars hidden under all this ink.
History, 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 yeah.
Post a photo, watch likes rolling, rolling, rolling. Post a photo, watch likes rolling, rolling.
Yeah. Post a photo, watch likes rolling, but deep within, I'm lonely as can be. Can't they see that all this validation's fake for my sake? I smile for the camera bright, but at night, I'm cried in my room alone on my phone, scrolling through lives that seem like a dream compared to my reality. Honestly, I'm lonelier than ever before. What's this for? If likes don't fill the void, I'm destroyed by the social media age. Like first is real connection. This is my reflection on the loneliness inside. Trying to hide, but how the perfect feed. 1,000 likes, but I'm alone, staring at my phone, looking for connection real. But I feel more isolated than before. What's this for? If validation just cumbers, this encumbers my ability to connect. We're a relationship for likes through the nights. I scroll and feel more alone on my phone, creating perfect life online. But I'm dying inside from loneliness, shit, crystal clear. And social media is a lie. Everyone looks happy on their feed, what I've seen of how they curtain at the show, and I know and where I'm lonely together through whatever fake lives we portray online. But I'm dying to have real conversation. The sensation of loneliness and crowded wounds just consumes my generation. Thoughts falling apart from lack of real connection. This rejection of that for surface validation. This sensation of being alone together. Put the phone down, looked around, what I found is that real connection where nobody cares about anything but likes through the makes. We scroll alone together. 1,000 likes, but I'm alone, staring at my phone, looking for connection real. But I feel more isolated than before. What's this for? If validation just cumbers, this encumbers my ability to connect. We're a relationship for likes through the nights. I scroll and feel more alone on my phone, create a perfect life online. But I'm dying inside from loneliness, shit, crystal clear. That social media is a lie. So I keep posting perfect pics, getting my fix of validation that's not real. But I feel more alone with every like through the night. I scroll and search for something true, but I knew that I would find it on my phone.
Post a photo, watch likes rolling, rolling, rolling. Post a photo, watch likes rolling, 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 rolling.
Look at me and see a threat, that's what they assume. Walk into a room and conversation stop. People stare like I don't care, but inside I'm just hoping someone sees the real me behind this exterior that intimidates. These traits of kindness hidden under muscle and ink. They don't think that someone who looks like me could be gentle. This mental image they have is so far from true. Since my youth I've been misjudged by my appearance alone, but I've shown to those who take the time to really know that I grow flowers in my heart despite my rough exterior. Don't judge this book by its cover shown. I've got a heart made of gold, unknown. Outside tough, but inside soft. They get me wrong so often. This hard shell protects a tender soul. That's the role I play to survive in this harsh world. But unfurled is a heart that feels everything so deep. I don't sleep without thinking about others' pain. Again and again, I'm misjudged by how I look today, but that's okay. I know who I really am inside. Can't hide,
This softness forever behind the tough. That's enough for me to know I'm more than what they see. Yeah. Old lady struggling with groceries, I help her out. She looks about ready to run until she sees my smile. All the while, people watching like I'm doing something strange. Need to change this perception that tough guys can't be kind. I don't mind proving stereotypes wrong every day. This is my way of showing the world that appearances deceive. I believe in leading with compassion despite my look. This book of my life tells a different story than my face. This place between perception and reality is where I live. I give my heart to those who need it most. I go through life misunderstood, but that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Scarred knuckles hold doors open wide. Tattooed arms give the warmest hugs inside. This contradiction is who I am. Tough exterior, gentleman. Can't change my face, but I can show my heart. That's the art of being real in a world of assumptions made. Yeah. Kids in the neighborhood used to fear me walking by. Now they try to get my attention, ask me to play ball. After all, they learn the looks don't tell the whole story here. Crystal clear, that kindness comes in all shapes and sizes shown. I've grown comfortable with this duality I possess. I confess, sometimes I use my look to protect the soft, but aloft above the judgment I remain true to myself. This wealth of compassion hidden under intimidation. This foundation of who I am can't be shaken by perception. This connection between my heart and my appearance is complex. Outside tough, but inside soft. They get me wrong so often. This hard shell protects a tender soul. That's the role I play to survive in this harsh world. But unfurled is a heart that feels everything so deep. I don't sleep without thinking about others' pain again and again. I'm misjudged by how I look today, but that's okay. I know who I really am inside. Who I really am inside. Yeah. They see the surface, miss the heart. But those who know me from the start understand this tough exterior hides something way superior. A soul that cares, a heart that feels, that's what's yeah. Outside tough, inside soft. That's me.
Been back home for 2 months now, but I still don't know how to shake the feeling that I left. Something I'm bereft without that place I visited. My heart's still committed. The streets I walked just once before. Now I want more of that city, that feeling, that time. Every day since I returned, my heart has yearned for that place I barely know, but somehow it's my home. Missing places I've only been once, where I've seen just a glimpse of what could be. This is calling me back across the miles, longing to return to streets where my heart beats, feel more alive than here at home. I want to roam, back to the city in my mind, where I left behind a piece of my soul. It seems in my dreams I'm walking there again at night. Everything feels right, back to where I felt most free. This is what sets free my wanderlust and longing here. People ask me why I want to go back to haunt the same streets I've already seen, but they don't know what I mean when I say I left something there floating in the air, or that city calling me back across the sea to finish what I started there. I never knew that one trip could affect me with this respect to everyone who's felt the pull of somewhere beautiful that you visited just once. This isn't a stunt of nostalgia or escape, that this is the shape that love takes for a play. Longing to return to streets where my heart beats, feel more alive than here at home. I want to back to that city in my mind, where I left behind a piece of my soul. It seems in my dreams I'm walking there again at night. Everything feels right, back to where I felt most free. This is what sets free my wanderlust and longing here. So I'm saving up to go back to what I know is waiting for me there in
in that city's air. The rest of my heart left behind. This is what I'll find when I return to where I felt most aware. The city set me free, so I'll overcome the distance and the cars, back with my city soul. Left home trying to prove I was a man. Had a plan to be independent, never need nobody. But honestly, I miss my mama more than I can say out loud. Too proud to admit that I'm not as grown as I pretend. I depend on her more than I show when I'm around. The sound of her voice on the phone makes me emotional, but I hold back the tears because I'm supposed to be strong. For so long I've been acting like I don't need a care, but I swear late at night I wish I could go home again. Love you, Mom, but I can't seem to say those words. Weigh heavy on my tongue, stuck inside my pride. Words I never told Mom, homie, every day I should say that I love her, that I need her still. But I will continue acting like I'm fine alone. But I've grown to realize that strength includes admitting need. I should speak these words before it's too late to say. Every day I mean to call and tell her how I feel. Keeping it real means being vulnerable, even when it's hard. This guard I have up against emotions keep me from telling Mom I love you, miss you, need you in my life. This strife between my pride and truth is killing me. She calls to check on me, I say I'm doing great. Can't communicate the struggle, loneliness, the missing home. But I've grown enough to know that this facade is hurting both. This oath I took to be strong and independent is preventing me from being honest with the one who loves me most. I ghost through our conversation, surface level talk. I balk at opening up about my real feelings here. My fear of seeming weak outweighs my need to connect. I respect her too much to burden her with my problems, but the columns I built between us hurt more than honesty would. Every holiday I come home acting fine. Cross the line between honesty and performance every time. This crime against our relationship is my doing alone. I've grown distant trying to prove I don't need her anymore, but at my core I'm still that kid who needs his mama's love. Push and shove against my pride to just admit the truth. Since my youth she's been my rock, and I can't even say in any way that I appreciate everything she's done. Tonight I'm calling her to finally speak my mind. I'll find the courage to say I love you, that I miss home, that I'm not alone, because she raised me right and I carry her with me. Finally breaking down these walls I built around my heart. This part of growing up means being honest and real. How I feel about my mama shouldn't be a secret kept. I have slept on telling her the truth for way too long. It's wrong that I committed by withholding love. Push and shove past my pride to just speak what's in my heart. This start of being vulnerable might change everything. Words I never told my mommy, every day I should say that I love her, that I need her still. But I will finally speak these words that I held in beginning today. No more acting tough and grown. I've known that love requires vulnerability. Mom, I love you, miss you every day. Had to say these words I never told you before. Now I vow to be honest about how much I need you still. Admitting I'm not as grown as I pretend. In the end, love is stronger than my pride could ever be. Setting free these words I never told Mom, finally speaking true here.
Polite and kind in my daily interactions, but don't mistake my soft actions for weakness. I got steel underneath this velvet sheath of courtesy and manners that I show. I can go from gentle to assertive in a second flat. When disrespect is where it's at, I'll check you kindly, but I check you still. Got the will to stand my ground while keeping my composure. This is my closure on the debate of soft versus strong. I've known all along that real strength is gentle till it needs to roar. That's what I'm for, demonstrating daily in my life. Cutting like a knife when needed, soft as silk when not. Gentle soul with a spine of steel, that's the duality I feel. Soft soft charisma. Hard when I need to be. Soft charisma, that's my energy. Kind by default, strong when necessarily. I don't lead with aggression or with force, but I'll stay my course when I need to, when I must. This is trust in my own power to be both things. This is what it brings to be secure in who you are inside. No need to hide behind constant toughness, a constant soft. I'm aloft above that binary, I'm both and neither. Soft charisma, believer. In meetings I'm respectful, hearing all sides, but when decision time arrives I make the call with confidence and clarity. This duality is my superpower, my secret weapon here. I can steer conversations gently to where I need them, then proceed them with firmness when the moment's right. This is my might, not in volume but in presence. Felt cards I'm dealt, I play with grace and with authority. This is me, authentically, no performance needed. I've succeeded in balancing these aspects of my character. This is my barrier against those who try to walk over kindness, but they'll find this soft exterior has a core of steel. That's my appeal. That's my appeal. You can be both gentle and strong, kind and assertive all along. These aren't opposites, they're complementary. That's elementary to understanding real power here, making it clear that soft charisma runs deeper than any tough guy plan could ever reach or understand. This is my brand, a masculinity redefined, a different kind. I open doors and say please and thank you daily, but when someone tries to play me, I shut it down with calm assertion. No conversion to aggression needed to make my point. I anoint my words with quiet confidence that speaks volumes for weeks after the interaction's done. I've won not through intimidation or through force, just stayed my course with soft charisma, guiding my way every single day. This is power that doesn't need to shout. No doubt about its effectiveness in every situation. This is my foundation, hard when I need to be. Soft charisma, that's my energy. Kind by default, strong when necessarily. I don't lead with aggression or with force, but I'll stay my course when I need to, when I must. This is trust in my own power to be both things. This is what it brings to be secure in who you are inside. No need to hide behind constant toughness, a constant soft. I'm aloft.
I'm a lot to rock, I just got the believer. I got the believer. I'm a lot to rock, I just got the believer.
Gentle but firm when I need to be. Soft charisma, that's the key. This is strength free to find for modern times. These are my rhymes about power that doesn't need to be loud. Standing out in any crowd with soft charisma leading my way every single day.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo. This is my way. This is my way. This is my way. Yeah. You're close to the story 1 second ago. How would my know hit so fast? You ask me why. I reply that I'm always checking just in case at this pace. I run to drive myself insane, but I can't refrain from affecting the profile constantly. Honestly, this is pathetic, I'm aware, but I don't care. I need to see what she's doing. This the sowing of information about her life. Cuts like a knife when I'm seated with other guys, but I'm disguised as just a friend who likes a post. Stalking social media all day. This is my way. I'm staying close to her life through the strife of unrequited feelings. And social media stalking diary. This is my primary source of info about her. What's occurred in her life today I need to know, so I follow every story, every ghost she makes, whatever it takes to feel connected to her world, even though I'm hurled in the friend zone territory. This is my story of loving someone from a distance with persistence. I take an Instagram all day. This is my way of being close when I'm not there. Do I care? Then this is the bad behavior. I save her every crumb of her life online.
Calculate the perfect time and light to strike. Approach that exactly the right moment. Not too soon, I'm going through the motions and seeming casual when about it all. When in fact I fall apart if I don't see the post. I'm approached in every detail of a day. This is my way, I'm staying relevant in the mind. But I find that she probably doesn't notice my devotions focus on her every move on 9. This is my sign that I need help, but I won't did it. I'm committed to the stalking routine. Stalking social media all day. This is my way. But stay get closer when life through the strife of unrequited feelings here. Social media stalking guide and readers is my primary source of info about her. What's occurring in the life that they got need to know, so I follow every story, every post she mixed, whatever it takes to feel connected to a world, even though I'm hurled in the friend zone territory. This is my story, yeah, of loving some of them a distance with persistence. I check an Instagram all day. This is my way. I keep it close when I'm not there. Do I care that this is pathetic behavior? I'll savor every crumb of a life online. I know this is unhealthy, but wealthy in information about her. This is my cure for missing her throughout the day. This is my way of feeling close to someone far. So I keep stalking the stories. These are my jewelry, seeing what she's up to now. Somehow this became my daily routine. In between real life, I'm checking the page at the stage. I'm addicted to her on live present. This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. This is not right.
Yeah. Parents asleep, I creep downstairs at 1 a.m. This is when MTV would play the real hip-hop videos. Nobody knows I stayed up recording them on VHS tapes. These escapes into hip-hop culture through music videos. This is how it goes when you grow up in suburbs without access to the best of hip-hop culture except through late-night TV. Setting free my imagination through those visuals displayed. I stayed up way too late on school nights just to catch this dispatch from the world I wanted to be part of desperately. This recipe for exhaustion was worth it every time. Remote in hand, recording every video shown. All alone in the blue TV light, this was my church. MTV late night was my education, and hip-hop's full expression. Music videos teaching me the culture, this sculpture of my identity formed by what I watched. I caught every video that played after midnight struck this luck. I had to have MTV in my household. Stories told through music videos shaped my worldview. This is how I grew into someone obsessed with hip-hop everything. This offering of late-night MTV programming was crucial to the musical foundation of who I became eventually. This was me learning hip-hop through MTV late-night sessions. Memorize every video frame by frame from watching non-stop and rewinding my VHS tapes, constantly playing. This displaying of dedication to hip-hop at young age set the stage for my lifelong love affair with the culture. The sculpture of my identity was carved by music videos. This is how it goes when visual and audio combine to teach. I'd reach for that remote every single night. This plight of sneaking downstairs became my ritual. This habitual behavior formed who I am fundamentally. This is me, shaped by MTV late night in the 90s. Hit record before the video started playing, no delaying, or I missed the intro, had to be quick. This trick of timing the recording perfectly was an art. This part of my nightly routine became made a tick. Addicted to collecting every video on VHS. I confess that I spent way too much money on blank tapes. These escapes into hip-hop through MTV were worth it. This permit, I gave myself to stay up way too late. Can't understate how much those nights meant to my development. Friends would trade tapes at school the next day. This way of sharing hip-hop culture before YouTube existed. We persisted through poor quality recordings and tracking issues. These tissues of culture we passed around like contraband. We'd understand the importance of what we were documenting. This cementing of hip-hop history on VHS tapes at home. We weren't alone in this mission to capture everything we could. Understood that we were witnessing something special unfold. Stories told through music videos that changed the world. As it swirled around us, we documented on tape. shade. TV late night was my education, and hip-hop's full expression. Music videos teaching me the culture, this sculpture of my identity formed by what I watched. I caught every video that played after midnight struck. This luck, I had to have MTV in my household. Sneaking downstairs after midnight, MTV playing hip-hop all night. VCR recorded memories, these are my remedies for nostalgia about the good old days. Those were the ways we fell in love with hip-hop culture. This sculpture of my identity remains strong today in every way. MTV late night shaped who I became. This is my claim to hip-hop authenticity through dedication. This education through music videos late at night was my rite of passage into hip-hop culture deep. I keep those memories close. MTV late night forever, 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 forever. My Walkman everywhere I went. Battery's dead, but my time well spent. Rewinding tapes with my pinky finger. That mechanical sound still lingers in my memory like yesterday's dream. Hip-hop flowing through that tiny screen. Emission foam against my ear, crystal clear. Even through the hiss and the tape distortion, that was my portion of happiness back in 90s days. Those were the ways we consumed our music, physical and real. I can still feel the weight of that Walkman on my belt clip. Every trip outside was accompanied by beats and rhymes. Those were the times. Yeah, that cassette click, that rewind sound, best soundtrack that I ever found for my childhood memories made. Cassette tape memories taking me back to when hip hop came through that analog track. Walkman batteries running low, but the flow never stopped in my teenage mind. I could rewind my favorite verse 100 times. Those were my rhymes, a passage of manhood through the sound. Walking around with hip hop in my ears all day. That Walkman way of life defined who I became. Hey, cassette tape game was strong back then. I miss those days. Yeah, had to flip the tape to hear side B. That's how we used to listen, you see. No streaming, no skipping, just straight through. That's what we knew. And honestly, it made us appreciate every track. Couldn't wait to hear what came next in the sequence. This experience of albums front to back without cherry picking. Time was ticking on that 90-minute tape until it ended. Then we spent another $1 at the store for blank tapes, making mixtapes of songs recorded off the radio. This is how we grow our collection without much money spent. Time well spent. Yeah. That tape hiss was the sound of my youth, that's the truth. Can't replicate that feeling today in any way. Digital's convenient, but it ain't the same. Remember the game of untangling tape when it got stuck. Bad luck, but we fix it with a pencil and patience. Those were the ages of mechanical music consumption, without assumption that everything will be instant and free. That's how we be back then, appreciating every single track. Kept my favorite tapes in the shoebox collection. My protection, the memories attached to every single one. So much fun looking back at those handwritten labels. Kitchen tables where I sit and dub my favorite songs all night long. My parents yelling, turn that down, but that sound was my life, my identity. Forming every morning, walking to school, my Walkman on from dusk to dawn. I lived and breathed that cassette tape life, cut like a knife through my teenage years with clarity. Those disparities between then and now made me nostalgic. That old magic of analog hip hop on cassette tapes. Those were great days. Yeah. Cassette tape memories taking me back to when hip hop came through that analog track. Walkman batteries running low, but the flow never stopped in my teenage mind. I could rewind my favorite verse 100 times. Those were my rhymes, a passage of manhood through the sound. Walking around with hip hop in my ears all day. That Walkman way. Rewind that tape, press play again. 90s Walkman, my best friend. I miss those days. These are cassette tapes. We fell in love with hip hop music. Yeah, can't refuse it when nostalgia hits me like this. I reminisce about Walkman days and cassette tapes. Those were great days. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, every day. Spent hours curating the perfect mixtape for friends. These amends for not having much money to give actual gifts. These rifts between what I wanted to give and could afford, I ignored by putting hard at making mixtapes instead. I spread my love through music selection, carefully chosen. This frozen moment of time captured on CD with care. I prepared each mixtape like it was a piece of art, from my heart to theirs, showing them who I was through songs. These belong to moments we shared, memories we made together. Whatever the occasion, mixtape was my go-to gift. Hours spent burning CD after CD, setting free my creativity through music curation shown. Mixtape making days were about connection. This selection of songs told stories words could never say. Every way I showed I cared was through these mixtapes. Made this displayed my affection through careful curation. Here making it clear that each song choice had meaning and intent. Time well spent making mixtapes for my friends to enjoy. This deploy of love through music was my language spoken. This token of appreciation for their friendship shown. How I've grown to understand that gifts don't need to cost money. This honey, your mixtape culture was sweeter than gold. Drawing covers by hand for each mixtape made. This displayed my artistic side that rarely showed otherwise. These ties between music and visual art combined, I designed each cover specifically for the recipient. This ingredient of personalization made each tape special. This vessel of friendship was mixtape in physical form. This warm feeling I got from giving them away every day. I think about what songs to include next. This text of musical language spoke volumes to friends. These amends for any wrongs to perfect song selection. Computer humming as it burned each track, going back and forth to check if it was finished yet. This set of rituals around mixtape creation. This nation of music lovers sharing with each other like a brother. I give my friends these mixtapes with pride. Inside was soul exposed through song choices made. This displayed vulnerability through sharing what I love, push and shove through feelings I couldn't speak aloud. This crowd of friends received my mixtapes gratefully. Tracklist written in my best handwriting on an insert. This convert to digital from analog was bittersweet. This complete transition to CD from cassette tape. This landscape of music sharing evolved but stayed the same. This game of showing love through music curation. This nation of mixtape makers understood it cold. This road we traveled together through music shared. We cared about each other through the songs we chose. This rose above simple gift given in the art form. This warm reception of my mixtapes meant everything. Mixtape making days were about connection. This selection of songs told stories words could never say. Every way I showed I cared was through these mixtapes. Made this displayed my affection through careful curation. Here making it clear that each song choice had meaning and intent. Burning CDs all night long, drawing covers, selecting songs. Those were the days of mixtape culture. This sculpture of friendship through music sharing shown how we've grown from those mixtape making days together. Whatever happened to that culture, I don't know, but I know that those days meant everything to me. Setting free my love through music carefully chosen. This token of friendship was more valuable than money. This honey, a mixtape culture was the sweetest gift. This shift to streaming killed mixtape culture sadly, but gladly I have memories of mixtape making days. Those were ways we showed we cared before words could say. Every day I miss those mixtape making days with friends.
Here's dressing room, so I'm stepping in my space where I transform, where I find myself in every form. Yeah. Got a mirror in my dressing room, vintage and gold. Every outfit tells a story that needs to be told. This is where I shed the day, shed who I was, and become who I wanna be just because I can. I'm free to experiment and play, trying different versions of myself every day. Clothes hanging like possibilities on the rack, each one a different side of me, nothing I lack. This space is sacred, this space is mine alone, where I discover parts of me I've never known. Through fabric and through texture, color and design, I'm expressing my my interior, making the invisible shine. Vintage dressing room is more than just clothes. It's where my authentic self freely flows without judgment, without anyone's gaze. Just me and my reflection in this intimate space. In this room, I'm artist in the art. Every outfit is a window to my heart. Transformation happens here behind closed doors. Finding myself through what I choose to wear, that's what it's for. Vintage dressing room where I find my true playing dress up. But there's nothing uncouth about discovering myself through style and expression. This is my therapy, my personal session. Vintage dressing room, my private stage, where I write my story page by page. Through every garment, every look I create. In my vintage dressing room, I celebrate. Some days I'm bold, leather and fierce energy. Other days I'm soft, flowing in mystery. Each outfit is a mood, a feeling, a state of mind. In this dressing room, freedom's what I find. The joy of transformation, of becoming someone new, while staying true to every part of you. That's the magic that this space provides. A place to explore all my different sides. Vintage pieces hold stories from the past, but when I wear them, I'm making memories that last. Mixing old with new, creating something original. This is where my creative it feels so natural. No rules, no restrictions, just pure expression. Every choice I make is a personal confession of who I am today, who I might be tomorrow. In this dressing room, there's no shame or sorrow, just celebration of self in every form. This is where I transform, where I'm reborn. Mirror, mirror on my wall, reflecting every version. I love them all. The power in choosing how I wanna be seen. My vintage dressing room is where I convene with myself, my style, my authentic expression. This private space is my greatest possession, where I'm free to play, to experiment, to be exactly who I am unapologetically. Vintage dressing room where I find my truth, playing dress up, but there's nothing uncouth about discovering myself through style and expression. This is my therapy, my personal session. Vintage dressing room, my private stage, where I write my story page by page. Through every garment, every look I create. In my vintage dressing room, I celebrate. So stepping in my world where fashion meets soul, where getting dressed is how I feel whole. Vintage dressing room, my sanctuary space, where I discover myself face to face. Through every transformation, every style I explore, I'm learning to love myself a little more. In my vintage dressing room, I'm finally free to be every version of beautiful me.
This time I'll call, I'll make the time.
Got a contact list for the people I miss, but somehow the days just slip. We exist in parallel lives, both saying we should meet, but the calendar stays empty, incomplete. Life gets busy, I understand, but I'm reaching out my hand. No more letting silence win. This time I'll call, I'm checking in. This time I'll call, I'll make the time for the people who matter, for friends of mine. Not gonna let the distance grow, gonna let the people that I love know. This time I'll call, won't let it slide. Building bridges, opening wide my heart and my schedule too. This time I'll call, I'm following through. Remember when we used to talk for hours? Now it's birthday texts and emoji flowers. I want more than surface level connection. Time to make relationships my mission. Gonna set reminders, make it routine. Checking with my crew, you know what I mean. Not waiting for emergency or crisis, just showing up in the small slices of life that matter most. To the people I hold close. Life gets busy, I understand, but I'm reaching out my hand. No more letting silence win. This time I'll call, I'm checking in. This time I'll call, I'll make the time for the people who matter, for friends of mine. Not gonna let the distance grow, gonna let the people that I love know. This time I'll call, won't let it slide. Building bridges, open and wide my heart and my schedule too. This time I'll call, quality people, that's my simple principle. Not about the quantity, just authentic connectivity. Face to face or phone to phone, making sure they're not alone. This time I'll call, I promise you. Not just saying it, I'll do what I say, who I love. This time I'll call, I'm rising above my excuses, my fear. This time I'll call, I'll be here.
This time I'll call, I'll make the time. This time I'll call, I'll make the time.
Tonight I'm on up over prom, then hear it. Tonight I'm called, tonight I'm called. Tonight I'm on up over prom, then hear it. Tonight I'm called. Tonight I'm on up over prom, then hear it. Tonight I'm called. Tonight I'm called. Tonight I'm on up over prom, then hear it. Tonight I'm called.
Remember those nights outside the 7-Eleven, sitting on the curb talking till like 11. Turn to midnight, turn to 3 a.m. and we were still there solving problems. Condemn the world and then rebuild it in our conversation. No destination, just verbal exploration of life and dreams and fears. We never spoke during daylight hours, but at night we woke up our honest selves and let them speak free on that park bench by the old oak tree, where we gather after curfew, after dark, leaving our mark on that neighborhood park with laughter echoing through empty streets. Our friendship at its peak in those concrete jungle moments when the city slept and we were wide awake talking endlessly.
All night conversations,
Use best moments talking till the sunrise. No components needed but each other and time to spare.
all night conversations,
Without a care in the world except the topics that we cover. Best friends at midnight, perfect lovers of deep talks and stupid jokes combined.
all night conversations,
One of a kind memories we made when we had nothing but time. Park bench philosophers in our prime. Those talks covered everything from heartbreak to hope, from conspiracy theories to how we'd cope with adulthood coming faster than we wanted. Those late night sessions where we flown it. Our intelligence and stupidity in equal measure. Those all night conversations were my treasure, more valuable than any material thing. The connection and the comfort that they bring. When life got heavy during daylight hours, we had the night and its healing powers of honest conversation with real friends who listen to the early morning. Sends us home finally exhausted but feeling whole. Those all night talks fed my soul. Now we're adults with responsibilities, can't stay up late with such ease. Got work tomorrow, got bills to pay, but sometimes I miss the way we lose track of time in conversation. No obligation, no hesitation, just talking because we wanted to connect. Those all night sessions I still reflect on when life gets lonely, when I need to remember what real friendship means indeed.
all night conversations,
Use best moments talking till the sunrise. No components needed but each other and time to spare.
all night conversations,
Without a care in the world except the topics that we'd cover. Best friends at midnight, perfect lovers of deep talks and stupid jokes combined.
all night conversations,
One of a kind memories we made when we had nothing but time. Park bench philosophers in our prime. So here's to those nights we'll never get back. Conversations on that beaten track between convenience store and park bench home, where we gather and we roam through topics endless, through laughter and tears. All night conversations from those years, our memories I'll cherish till I'm old. Those late night talks were pure gold.